So my name is Patricia McLean, and I'm the owner of the Sea Glass Shanty. So I'm here today to tell you the difference between fake sea glass and real sea glass. Over the course of the years of working here and working in sea glass, I've come across a lot of people who's brought in pieces of sea glass that they found on the beach that actually isn't beach glass, isn't sea glass at all. It's fake glass, and maybe somebody has seeded the beach with a piece of fake glass for somebody to find. Also, too, you can tell the difference in the sea glass by the feel of it. Now, Surrey has really nice sea glass because we don't have a lot of gravel. We have sandstone, so the glass here on Prince Edward Island doesn't get as broke up as glass in other provinces where it's hitting the gravel and re-breaking pieces off. So I have a piece here. Not every piece of sea glass is perfect, but this piece of sea glass is a beautiful piece of blue sea glass. And this piece is a real piece, even though it's just been re-broke again. This piece here is also a beautiful piece of sea glass. It's a neck of an old bottle. Not every piece of sea glass has the perfect shape, but when you go into shops and you find glass that is perfectly shaped, you can tell that this is fake sea glass. This is a real piece of sea glass, the same color as this piece. This is the real piece, and it's been broken into a triangle shape. This one here is well rounded. It's been well polished. Looks beautiful. Looks like sea glass, but it's not sea glass. It's never been in the ocean. A lot of people will take salt water and sand and rock and gravel, and they will put it in something like a rock tumbler, or they will put it in a cement mixer. And it will churn and churn and churn for a few days, a few weeks, till they have it perfectly polished. It has the look of sea glass. It doesn't have the feel of sea glass. And it doesn't have actually the frosting that sea glass actually has. Many pieces of sea glass, if you look really close at it, you will see that this sea glass has tiny little sea scratch marks in it. And if you look at a piece of this glass that's been in a rock tumbler or a cement mixer, you can tell that this is not real sea glass. This has all been bought in a store in bags saying that it was real sea glass. Being a sea glass lover, I know the fake from real, but a lot of people can get duped, and that's not really fair to the people like us who is selling real sea glass. This is a beautiful piece of sea glass. It's a great color, and so is this. This is the real piece of sea glass. They're exactly the same color. They're almost the same shape. This is real. This came off of Surrey Beach. This one came out of a craft store, bagged, and says sea glass on it. So you have to be really careful what you're purchasing and where you're purchasing it. If you walk into a shop and they have 35 to whatever pieces of red or orange or pink or purple, colors that you never see in sea glass, you can be sure that those pieces are fake. Over the course of a lifetime, I've only found a few, really nice pieces of red glass, never as well polished as this piece, and this is fake. These are all fake. And if you feel sea glass, fake sea glass isn't rough like regular sea glass. Regular sea glass has a nice feeling to it. It almost feels a sandy feel to it. It's got a bit of a texture. The sea glass that's from a shop or a cement mixer or wherever, this here is very well polished. It's very smooth and silky to feel. There is no roughness. If you drag your nail over it, there's no roughness. If you drag your nail over a piece of real sea glass, you will feel the roughness of the glass. This stuff comes in all colors, so you have to be really, really careful. And sometimes it takes a really good eye to see the seas on the sea glass. Take a little magnifying glass and take a look at it. If it doesn't look real, chances are it isn't. Usually the telltale sign is there's many pieces, many beautiful pieces, and in great colors, like purples and pinks, which you rarely see in real sea glass, red, orange, which is the rarest piece of sea glass. You're not really going to see 25 of these in a shop. You may see one. And if you're paying $19.99 for a piece of orange sea glass in a shop, guaranteed it's probably not real. So the price of sea glass varies in most places by the rarity of it. A lot of other places have been breaking glass, basically bottles, china, what have you. So in these 5 pieces of sea glass, I have a fake piece, 3 fake pieces, and I have real pieces. These 2 here are the real pieces. These ones here are fake. They look exactly the same. They're the same patterns. One pattern is older than the other. But these ones are very silky and smooth. No sharp edges at all. These have been buffed down with a buffer. This is a piece of pottery and it still kind of has its rough edges. So when you're looking at sea glass, feel it. You know, you can tell almost 100% if it's fake or if it's real by the feel of it. Sea glass comes in all colors and it should be enjoyed. But the real sea glass definitely is more enjoyable than walking into a shop and purchasing something that's fake. I myself wouldn't even wrap a piece of sea glass. I wrap sea glass for people that find them on the beach. They take it in here and they get it wrapped into a necklace for them, for a keepsake to take home. If somebody brought me a fake piece of sea glass, they're going to have to take it elsewhere. I'm not touching it. My name is Patricia, and I hope to see you in the Sea Glass Shanty on Surrey Beach this summer with some real sea glass.